powerful in the spirit, man. Right. First and foremost, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Shema Mashiach Yahushai. And like the brother said, man, that means all praises to the Father in the name of the Son, man. We come out here week in and week out to let y'all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans know that y'all God's chosen people, man. It don't matter if you're black in Ghana. It don't matter if you're black in Uruguay. It don't matter. Right. It don't matter where you from. If you fit the curses of the Bible, you are an Israelite, man. Right. It don't matter if you is so-called look like you are white and you come from Sicily. If you fit what Hannibal did and your forefathers was a part of that them 12 tribes, then you are an Israelite, right? Hey, let me talk to you, brother. You know the history of Sicily? A little bit. Now, was your people oppressed over there, or was they living good over there? They was low. What you think? I need a definite, brother. I'm pretty sure. You pretty sure? Did what brought your forefathers over here to America? War? Between who? Well, around what time period did this happen? World War II. Okay, that's not the time period that this was all going on. So y'all went to escape the war that was happening over there.
That's far back. They call it the boot.
Right. That's what they call your people over there? That's what they call him, but is he familiar with the different things that was happening over there? Or do you don't really know? What you got to do is dig deep and figure out back to the dark ages. Yeah, dig deep. Now hold on, brother. Dig deep and go real deep into your history. If you know your grandfathers, figure out where they come from and what they was going through over there. Because yeah, they went to escape the atrocities of war and everything, but was they escaping oppression? Was they escaping different things? Give me Deuteronomy 8:28 real quick, right? Because this brother here is from Ghana, and he is from the tribe of Judah. He know that, right? When I asked him, he said he are the seed of Jacob.
See that?
See? They know over there in Ghana. He probably from the Ashanti tribe or the God tribe. Akan or see? That's a tribe. That's a tribe over there.
All praise.
Right. So we gotta dig deep, and I could tell like back here with the dress on back here, that's a Sumerian right there. Not Sumerian, Somalian. No, what are you then? Eritrean? Eritrean, so that ain't our people. You could tell it's not our people, right? You could tell. You could tell who our people and who not our people just through the spirit, right? Our people don't move, and especially our women, until they come into the truth, they don't dress like that, man. Right. So I got you holding Deuteronomy 28, right? You got that Romans 8 and 16. Give me that real quick. All right.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
The Spirit itself beareth witness.
The Bible say the Spirit beareth witness. That's why I'm getting to Deuteronomy 28, right? The Spirit going to bear witness whether you are part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
Or you could either be an Edomite or you could be an Israelite. Those is two different sides of the pendulum. That's exact opposites.
Right. Bring it out.
So hold on. Let me finish the scripture real quick. Go ahead.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit.
With our spirit. So you will resonate with us when I start getting into these curses, right? Go ahead.
That we are the children of the Most High.
That we are the children of the heavenly power Yahweh, man. So you got to really do some digging, because you might not be going through too much here in America, because America has really changed in the past couple years. And a lot of our people not going through as much as we used to go through, right? We don't still to this day know our fathers. You know your father? Was he in your life? Was he active in your life?
Crazy.
Enough? But like he was in the household every day? Where his mom and dad? He was there. Okay, so he was active in your life. That's a strike for the wrong side right there. Right? Give me Deuteronomy 28, and I'm gonna prove to you through the Spirit. Because my dad was around, but he wasn't in my life. Right? My dad, he was in a whole nother city, sleeping with other women and then abandoning them children. That's a curse of Deuteronomy 28 right there. Right? Our fathers is not father figures in our life. Now, not every brother up here got that same problem, because some of us did have our fathers in our lives, right? You example of that? You had your father in your life? No. See, even the young ones can speak for that.
See that?
She didn't really know her father like that. Right? You knew your father, that's a strike, but that ain't saying anything right now because it's not everybody is the same, right? Go ahead, bring it out from 15.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
So if you don't listen to the voice of God, right? Go ahead.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So since the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans didn't keep God's laws, right? Like the Sabbath day, right? Go ahead.
That all these curses,
All these good things.
all these curses,
All this kissing and hugs.
all these curses,
All these curses is, so I just said what it was. Curses was a bad thing. All these curses shall what?
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
They overcame us and overtook our everyday lives. Give me verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So majority of the black community live in the ghettos. You born and raised in the ghetto? You live in the suburbs? Some, but it was okay. Didn't have black on black crime in your neighborhood or anything. You wasn't a part of a gang? No. Not that you're aware of. It's not looking too good, man. Come on, keep on going. It says, curse shall you be in the city, us living in the ghettos, that's a curse from God. Right, go ahead.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And curse shall you be in the field. As a black, Hispanic, and Native American man, we last hire and first fire. You can maintain a job and keep a job? Nah. Okay, so that's hey man, you're 2 for 1 right now. 2 on the bad side though. See, nowadays Esau, the white man, can't keep a job. They bouncing around from job to job because Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Give me that real quick. I personally, I can keep a job because I'm a hard worker. Esau is lazy. Now they lazy because they didn't start getting unemployment and all this other stuff, and now they don't want to work. Right? Give me that real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies.
Upon who?
Upon thy enemies.
See, the so-called white man is going through a cursed state right now. Right? They thinking that they the oppressed ones when they really not oppressed, right? They think they don't want to work because they thinking they deserve higher wages, right? But this is the fruit of their own doings, right? Go ahead.
And on them that hate thee.
So the curses that we going through is kind of affecting the 12 tribes of Israel. I mean, wrong. The Edomites, not the Israelites. It is still affecting us, but it's affecting the Edomites nowadays too, man. And it's not on a big scale, it's on a smaller scale, right? Go ahead.
It says, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right, of them that persecuted us, man. Right? So what kind of occupation your father had? If you don't mind me asking.
He taught inmates who had
Mental? Okay.
IQ.
Okay, mentally disabled. Right.
He taught those people in maximum security prisons for over 30 years.
So he was a correctional officer pretty much, no? He's just a teacher in there, okay. So and he had a job for 30 years? Okay. So your father had maintained a job pretty well. That happens often with the white community, right? I know one of my best friends growing up was a white man. His father was a chemist in a plant that just got closed down in Niagara Falls, right? I was good friends with him, and his father just lost his job after 30 years. So that's a thing that happened with the white man a lot. My stepfather, he had a job for 5 years, and then the plant closed down. He lost his job. He got another job, then they let him go. This is happening in the black neighborhoods all the time, not the white neighborhoods. That's 2 strikes for you. Just because you can't keep a job, your father kept a job, though. Go ahead. What I'm trying to figure out is whether you are the 12 tribes of Israel or not. I don't want to cast judgment on you right away, but it's not looking good. Because if you are you asked us, who are you? Where do you fit in? I'm trying to figure out whether you're a child of Esau or you're a child of Jacob. I don't care what your name is. What it matters is if you're going to be in the kingdom of heaven as a king or as a servant. Do you want to figure out if you're going to be a king or a servant? Right? You would like to figure it out. Right now, I'm telling you that it's potentially that you're going to be a servant in the kingdom of heaven. Because you are, it seems to me from the couple verses I pulled that you're a child of Esau. You don't really know the history of Sicily too much. You got to dig into that because I could be cast in judgment and I could be completely wrong. But that's why we went to Deuteronomy 28 because that's going to, give me 46 real quick. Give me that real quick. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46.
Bring it out.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
Hold on, let's slide this way. I like to slide to the left. Come on.
Slacky.
You got to go. Do some research, man. We here every Saturday at 4 o'clock on the weekends, on Saturday. So come out here and find out and tell us your true history, and we could probably get deeper. Cause what was it, Hannibal? He went over there and he was raping all type of women over there, and then that came where the Sicilians became Israelites over there. So you could potentially be an Israelite, but right now I'm gonna say the bag is up on you. I don't know. You might be an Edomite. But you could potentially be Israel. I'm not gonna say you might be Israel. You potentially could be Israel, right? So do what you gotta do, man. Have a good day. What's going on, sister? You learning? What's your nationality, sister? You Jamaican? All praises.
All praises to the Most High.
So you know, according to the Bible, what your nationality is? Because did the Bible say Jamaican? No. So what? According to the Bible, you know what your tribe would be? You're an Israelite. Okay.
That's right.
All praises. Most likely you from the tribe of Benjamin. That's what I am. I'm from Antigua. My father was born and raised in Antigua. Your father was a Jamaican? Right. Give me Numbers 1 to 18 real quick.
Bring it out.
Because according to the Bible, it don't go by the mom. It go by the seed of the father, right? That's why I say my mom is an African American. My mom would be from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
And my dad is from the tribe of Benjamin. Therefore,
Right.
I'm from the tribe of Benjamin, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18.
Bring it out.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
Right.
And they declared their pedigree after their families.
They declared their pedigree, their seed line, their genealogy, right? By what?
By the house of their fathers.
By the house of their father. So your seed line comes from the father. Like the brother was saying earlier, if I take an apple tree and I go plant it in an orchard, orange orchard, am I going to get oranges come on off that tree, or am I going to get apples? I'm going to get apples, right, brother? Because it comes from the seed of the father. The father plants the seed, and that's what comes forth. It's his seed. Right? So therefore you would be from the tribe of Benjamin, sister. So now that you know you an Israelite, what do the Most High God require of you?
Salakia. Somebody move that garbage can over there some damn where, man.
Hey, move the garbage can for us. Next to the porta potty. We don't need that over here. So sis, you know what your requirement of God is? What God require of the children of Israel? Give me that. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Right? And you give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Right? Because we got to learn the true nationality according to the Bible.
Right, bring it out.
And we got to learn our heritage. What's
that the laws of the heritage?
Somebody give me that. Go ahead.
This the book of This the book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12.
Bring it out.
And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
This is what the Most High God require of us as Israelites, right? Go ahead,
But to fear the Lord thy God.
So we have to fear God, right? Go ahead.
To walk in all his ways.
To walk in all his ways, right? Go ahead.
And to love him.
And to love God, right? Go ahead.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So we have to serve God with all our heart and with all our soul, right? Keep on going now.
To keep the commandments.
To keep the commandments. You know how many commandments it is, sister? 10? I heard 10 come from over here somewhere too. It's actually 613 commandments. Is that a lot? Okay, in America, it's 40,000 plus laws and statutes in America. So you think it's easier to keep God's laws or America's laws? Of course, because that's why we are overpopulating the prisons. I went to go visit my brother in jail yesterday, and all I seen was a bunch of blacks and Hispanics, and I seen 2 white men in the whole thing. Our people make up 92% of the prison population, right? So that's why our people is in jail right now, because we can't keep America's laws. If we will go towards our own laws, the Most High God will fight for us, right? Come on, go ahead, finish that off, Ak.
It says, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
So when we keep God's commandments, that's for our good, right? Then we won't have to worry about going to prison. And then when we do go to prison, the Most High God will break us free from that situation. Because us as men of the Lord, we shall be blameless. Also, the women should be blameless as well. We don't have to be blamed for nothing. Because when you walking according to the laws of God, you don't have to worry, right? Give me your precept, all right? Go ahead, all right? Give me your precept.
The book of Sirach, chapter 24 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
Salaki. 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
See, all these things, that's the book of the covenant from the Most High God, right? So the Most High God made a covenant with the children of Israel, right? Go ahead.
Even the law which Moses commanded for an heritage.
Even the law which the Most High gave Moses for a heritage. See, when our fathers and our grandfathers die, they usually can't pass down much to us. When the white man and his forefathers die, they could pass on land, they could pass down houses, they got plenty of cars, plenty of things that they got in their wills. The most thing that we pass down to our children is small things. Like here, oh, I'm gonna have this car that my grandfather had just because it was his. And it's a piece of crap. It don't work that good. We don't have anything that's good when we pass it down to our children. But really, when we die, we have the laws of God to pass down to our children. That's the best thing that we could ever pass down to our children. Through the Spirit. Not even just passing it down like, okay, here, you can have the laws of God. No, we automatically get it. Once we're born into this world, we get the laws of God as a heritage. Right, go ahead.
Unto the congregation of Jacob.
Right, and he gave that to the congregation of Jacob, right? Give me your precept, all right?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 21. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake.
The Most High God is pleased in the righteousness, right? Go ahead.
He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
See, he magnifies the law and he makes the law honorable, right? Go ahead, all right?
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
See, us as a people, we robbed and spoiled. Us as a people, we are robbed and spoiled, right? Go ahead.
They are all of them snared in holes.
We snared in holes. That's the trap house. Our people always in the trap house selling drugs and stuff like that, right? Go ahead.
And they are hid in prison houses.
We are hid in prison houses.
Right.
Like I was saying, our people make up 94% of the prison population.
Right. Bring it on.
As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we got to stick together in there, right? Our people don't want to stick together outside on the outside, but when we get in a prison, now we want to stick together, right? It's crazy, but that's how it really works, right? Go ahead, out.
They are for a prey, and none delivereth.
They are for a prey. They can eat us up. They try and kill. They try and take us out, and none deliver us, right? Was more on that? Come on, go ahead.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
See, we wasted away and nobody trying to bring back the black community. When it was crimes against the Asian community, it was stop Asian hate. When they killed George Floyd, they didn't do nothing. Go ahead. They made a bill. Right. They had a bill saying stop Asian hate. But when they was killing our people on a daily basis, still to this day, it's no crime saying stop black hate, stop African American hate. They make bills for homosexuals, but it ain't nothing for us. Because they do not want to deliver us from this situation. Once they start giving a black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man power, or the women as well, then they know they're going to be in trouble, man. Because once the black people unite, it's going to be a problem, right? Give me that Romans 9:3 I actually need. Go ahead, Op.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 3. For I could wish that myself were a curse for a Mashiach, for my brethren.
For my brethren, right? Go ahead.
My kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
Who are what?
Who are Israelites.
So this is who the Israelites are, right? Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
To whom pertaineth the adoption? We have the adoption from God. So if anybody say they could be grafted into the covenant of God, the Bible just said that Israelites can only be grafted in, right? According to the Bible in Romans 11 chapter, right? Go ahead.
And the glory
And the glory. So we have the glory of God as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans through the seed line of our fathers, right? Go ahead.
And the covenants and the giving of the law.
And the covenants and the giving of the law, all that pertains to the children of Israel, right? Nobody else fits that right there. Us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we get the law, we get the covenants, we get the glory, we get the adoption, everything the Most High God promised to us, that belongs, everything the Most High promised to anybody in this book belongs to the children of Israel. Right? Go ahead.
In the service, Salakia, in the service of God.
We can only serve God. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we can only serve God. And like the brother was saying earlier, that really goes into the Levites doing the service of the tabernacle, right? But that's also talking about us serving God and humility and truth, right? So we got to serve God, right? That's our duty, not the other nations. They can't serve God, right? Go ahead.
And the promise.
And the what?
And the promise.
See, the Most High God said in the Bible that who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the promises. Everything the Most High God promised to the people belongs to Israel.